Well, hello friends. Welcome back to Ray's Create Cards. I'm Ray Henderson in Morristown, Tennessee, and we're just going to jump right into today's video. Gee, you think things will ever let up. I have got bread baking, so I can take it with us when we go out of town. Yeah, it's that important to me. Tomorrow, and we're not going to be back until early next week. So anyway, let's get this show on the road. As I kind of indicated in the title of this video, this is for those who don't want anything to do with ink blending, don't want anything to do with shading and blending with alcohol markers, but yet you're not really happy if you color with water-based markers because they can be streaky. So I'm going to show you a product that is not expensive. And these are relatively new from Altenew. These are acrylic markers, and I've had them for a while, but I haven't done a video with them that I know of. All right, I may be a liar on that one, not sure, because I've meant to use these so many times. So let's go ahead and get right into it. From Hero Arts, I am going to be using the color layering stencils. It is a 4-layer. And look at that design. Isn't that festive? There's your card front right there. So, I've got my little stencils. I almost said mass. I've got my stencils here in the order that I want to use them. I do already have one mounted inside my Misty on the waffle flower grippy mat. And I'm fairly certain everything is pretty snug. The acrylic markers, I did a swatch test. Do you see how pretty they are on the white? Look at those colors. So pretty. They're also going to show up really, really well on black cardstock. So, the colors that I have picked out for my flowers out of the Altenew acrylic markers, Deep Iris for my dark purple, and Wisteria for my light purple. And because these little flower images are so big, I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm not shading, I'm not anything. I'm simply following the stencil and coloring it in. That's all. That's it. It's that easy. It's that simple. If you want to go back and do 2 coats and all that, you certainly can, but you don't have to. And they dry super, super quick. So I'm just going to go through this just as quick as I can. Feel free to speed up the video. You can certainly do that. I probably could have picked maybe a better stencil for this so it wouldn't take quite so long. But you're going to see as they dry how pretty they are. The colors are really vibrant. And it's therapeutic. Sometimes we get too stressed in our card rooms or our crafting area, wherever that is. And we think we have to do a card that is all that, with all the bells and whistles. No, you don't. You don't have to do all that. And I'm going to show you how sweet this is going to look when we get done. Now, it used to be acrylic markers had to be primed. They had to be pumped. Not so with these. You can see how well this ink is just flowing. It's just coming right out. I am barely applying any pressure. I'm not having to be hard with them. And I do know that Altenew does have plans. I haven't checked here lately to see if there's an update. They do have plans to release more acrylic marker sets in the future. And I don't remember if this one had a name. But it works on paper, cardstock, wood, and plastic. Okay? And I do store mine in the case they come in. And here in a minute, if I don't forget, we're going to open up that case and I'll show you how well they are packaged. I love how they designed the case for these. And kind of get in there and get that filled in. Okay, and I don't care if I'm going off the edge a little bit with this one. Doesn't matter, it's okay. Okay, and we're just scribbling. Just basically scribbling. But yeah, speed up the video if you want to, if this is boring to you. Oh my goodness, I've had an adventure with my bread making. I had beginner's luck. And I haven't tried the sourdough again, but I have been grinding my own grain to make my bread. And let's see, I started it on a Thursday. Got the meal that afternoon. And even though I was kind of tired, I immediately went and made a loaf of bread. And guys, that was the best loaf of bread I have had, and I couldn't tell you when. It tastes so good. So, within just a day or so, I was already getting over being constipated. I was feeling my energy levels go up. I did not want to snack in the evening like I had gotten into a bad habit of doing. You know, we all have those habits. Something about eating that bread, I wanted to drink more water, which is amazing. Because as I've gotten older, I have kind of struggled with that. So we are almost filled in here. We don't have to fill in just every one of them. It is such a cute, cute stencil set. I've played with it a little bit, but I have not been able to actually use it all the way through. I just took a corner and played with it one day and thought, oh, this is so cute. And y'all know I love purple and I love teal. I'm not really sure which one is my favorite color. If you were to ask me what's your favorite, I'd probably look at you like a deer caught in the headlights. So, yeah. Almost there. And this is the only stencil that's going to take this long. So you see how I'm flying through it? Now, if you want to be Miss Perfectionist, you can absolutely go back in and do another coat and all that kind of thing, because where I first started, that's already dry. But I'm going to leave it rough, just like that. Let me take this one off. It's got a good grip on it. Oh, and the name of this color, if I didn't tell you, is Wisteria. So let me get a hold of that. Oh my, I love this mat from Waffle Flower. Oh my goodness, I do. And as far as any residue, alcohol will get that off of your stencil just fine. It will. All right, let's get this lined up. And then I'm going to go in with my darkest color. Man, I can't believe how easy this is lining up. This is one of the most easy stencil systems I have ever seen. And I'm just going to press all the way around. You could see I kind of had to work at it to get it up. And now we're going to go in with the deep iris. This will be my accent color, if you will. And I'm just dabbing that in there. We're going to go very quickly. Hopefully y'all can kind of see what's going on. Some of these are nothing more than little dots. And it would be so easy to ink blend. It would be so easy to ink blend. And I am not worried if I get this perfect, because I kind of wanted more of a loose, not a watercolor feel. That would be the wrong terminology. Just kind of a loose, not even exactly whimsical. I don't know what you call it. Maybe more of a grunge? That's not really right either. So I don't know. If y'all figure out what this should be called, please leave it in the comments below. And thank you guys. When y'all comment on my videos, that is my most favorite thing ever. I love it I love it. I love it when y'all hit the like button. It helps support my channel. Yeah, I love it. I'm trying to get in there, but can you see how I'm just hurrying with it? I'm not standing here taking my time. Of course, I really can't. So under the gun, guys. It was so nice to get out in the yard yesterday, and the sun was out, and it's been out mostly today. We've had a little bit of cloud rolling through, but for the most part, it's nice. But I just so enjoyed getting out there. I transplanted 4 little marigold plants. Got my strawberries watered in and fertilized. I had ordered 10 bare root strawberry plants and had them for just a little bit. And as soon as some of that really cold temps left us alone, and the constant, it just seemed like the rain would just never let up. And so finally, when things kind of got a chance to catch their breath, yeah, it was really nice. Really nice. They're taking off. Now, they say that if you go with bare root strawberry plants, which I did, you should cut the runners. Don't let them bloom. You know, if they start to bloom, take the blooms off so that they will go into setting a root system. Well, I'm using plant tone and biotone, which will help in that regard. And I could be wrong. I could be speaking out of ignorance. But honestly, anything God created is far superior than man-made foods. And I think he knew what he was doing. I really do. So, I don't know. Am I going to be able to cut off runners and all that stuff? So now, I am not real sure. I didn't look to see if these are just little dew-wallies, but they're on this layer. So I'm going to try to fill them in the best I can. And we're almost done with stencil number 2. How far are we into this video? Not even 15 minutes, guys. Okay. And I have got 3 different colors, thanks to my husband, of Super Bells. On the tag, when you go looking for flowers, if you've ever seen one that says Calibrachoa, they're Super Bells. They don't like wet feet. Once you get them going, they take off like a house of fire. See if I can get a hold of this. Yeah, I'm already chipping up my nails, and I don't care. I don't care. I got to get this going. So far, so good. Now, this, where I put it in kind of thick, has not dried yet. So, let me just very quickly, because normally it dries, but I was really adding that in there. So let me just heat this up and gently warm now. Oh, no you don't. Get back down there. Okay, now, sorry about that. Let me, yep, it's dry. It is dry. So let me flatten that back out, back onto that grip mat. And we'll go to stencil number 3. And this is going to be for the leaves. And again, it is so easy. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is so easy to line this up. It's like, boom, there you go. Oh, this is awesome. All right, so for my light green, I am choosing Minty Mint. It's just a very pale green. And we're just going to fill that in very quickly. And see, not everything has to look museum quality. What would you call that? Not everything has to look just so spiffy. It doesn't have to be all that. I love the look of this. I'm not showing the acrylic markers to the best of their ability, because if you are coloring in, say, a stamped image, your results would be even smoother than what I'm doing with a stencil. Kelly Taylor recently reviewed these. I had already ordered them, had found out about them and ordered them, had not used them yet. And I know that Altenew on their channel has a video showing you what they can do. And if you can take something that works equally well on white or black cardstock, that stretches your crafting dollars so much more. It does. We need that. And like I said, this whole set, it was about 20 bucks for all 24. Now, as far as I know, they're not refillable. I don't know if they have plans on making them refillable. I don't know if you can, because acrylics are such a different animal, you know? They just are. So, don't know about that. But at $20, and of course in time, I'll know how well these are holding up for the use that I'm going to be giving them. And I'll give you feedback, and I'll keep you updated. But I mean, they're fairly nice size. I'm guessing they have got a good fair amount of ink in them. Go ahead and get that one. We're almost done with the third stencil, and then there's only one more. There's only one more. Coming off the edge here at the bottom of my black cardstock. Oh, had I used white, this is Nina Solar White 80 pound, and I thought about doing it on white cardstock for you, and I thought, well, you know, everybody knows that colors and inks and things are going to show up on white. Maybe not the black. So, I'm just having a lot of fun. A lot of fun playing and learning and growing, and it's nice to have something different in their arsenal. I don't know about you guys, but don't you get tired doing the same old thing? I mean, truly. This is not the same old thing. This is wholly different, and it's fun. There's no sense crafting if it isn't going to be fun. All right, we're almost done with this one. I'm going just as fast as I can, guys. Okay, we'll fill that in. There we go. All right, last little group of leaves here with their adjoining stem. And after all that, do you see how well my tip looks? It's not frayed. It's not messed up at all. And take that, lay it to the side. Do you see how that's coming together? Folk art. That's what I've been trying to come up with. It's folk art, guys. Let me raise this up a little bit so you can see a little better. I don't know about you, but now I love this. I do. Do I have this the right way? There are numbers on here, little letters that should be at the bottom and readable. They should be. Let me look over here at the window. All right. So it's right down here, and they're listed A, B, C, D. So yeah. All right. Let me get this lined up. Okay. I gotta come up. Gotta come up. Oh my goodness. This has got to be the easiest stencil I have ever seen for brightening, for lining up. I mean, I'm looking everywhere, and I'm having to adjust a little bit, but honestly, oh my. So, absolutely, look at that. Look how fast that went. Okay. Now, For the middle of the flowers and the accents, I am using caramel toffee. Got a lot of little bead dots in here. A lot of little bead dots. So I'm doing the dots and I'm doing the middle of the flowers. But I'm not going to do the leaf accents. I have another green waiting over here for that. So I'm just going to put this color in. Isn't that a pretty color? All right. Again, I don't want to do these little lines that you're seeing are for the leaves. And honestly, you wouldn't even have to do that. You could just take your other color and just put a line down through it. That's all you'd have to do. Okay. So I'm getting all these little dots. These little dots will take longer than anything because there's just so many of them. All right. But yeah, folk art. Folk art is not something that's been popular for a while. If you were ever a fan of folk art, it will hold a special place in your heart. It will. But, you know, there are trends and they come and they go. I was never one to try to be up with trends because I found that when I did that, I was miserable. I don't know if y'all can relate to that or not, but it would just absolutely make me miserable. I am happier and more at peace and more creative when I can play. And isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Enjoying life along the way and playing. Just playing. It's great. Sometimes I think we get so caught up in, oh, what are people going to think? Because I know some of my videos have not been popular. And there's various reasons for that. I'm still trying to get established on YouTube. And not all of my ideas are going to resonate with you. Not all the things I like are you going to like. I don't like everything that other card makers do on YouTube. And as much as I like that crafty person, I may skip more than one of their videos because it's just not up my alley. And I realize that. I get that. I understand. I truly do. But man, when you guys make comments, that is the best thing ever. When I hear that you have enjoyed a technique and you are going to try it, oh, it just lights up my day. It does my heart good. It does. Okay. So how many of you out there were hollering, folk art, folk art, folk art? I don't know if you could even, it's not in the strictest sense of the word true folk art, but I'm going with it. If you come up with a better description, please leave it in the comments below. Almost there, guys. Almost there. This is the last stencil. Where are we at in the video? We are at 23 minutes. Amazing. Then I have been able to fly through this, and you'll be able to do the same thing. And I do want to double check and make sure I did not miss any middles of the flowers. I don't think I have. Okay. And we're going to peel this one off. Ow. I don't want the bamboo fingernail treatment. So I'm going to, oh, it's coming together. I loves it. And, oh, no. I wanted to, oh, heavens, see, I get all excited and I want to get going and put this card together and get the sentiment on there. And then look what I'm doing. I am absolutely getting a cart before the horse. There we go. Now, the other green is called pine green. And I'm just going to make that little mark right in the middle of that very pale green, that was that minty mint that we used for the layer of the leaves. And look how fast. Look how fast. Isn't that awesome? Oh my. And you know, if you were ink blending, you would have to clean your stencil before you could then do your leaf parts. And if you were ink blending, you'd be doing a lot of masking. A lot of masking. So I am loving this. How many of you went back and watched Jennifer McGuire's videos with Hero Arts? Having Gina K, having Mr. Leventhal from Hero Arts, Aaron. And some of these are looking a little light. I missed that one, and that one. The history of card making is amazing, guys. It's amazing. It is fascinating. I went back and watched one of them a couple of times. Gina K talks about her history with Stampin' Up. Hero Arts talks about their history. They have been around longer than any other company. Stampin' Up's been around 35 years. Hero Arts has been around 50. So they can really shed light on what it used to be like back in the day. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that. Look how simple and sweet. Look at those colors. Now, if you don't like that and you want more of a polished look, absolutely do more of a polished look. I am happy with that. And somewhere I am going to back this on a piece of 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 fresh freesia, simply because I felt like it complemented those colors. I still think it does. And so this piece of black cardstock was 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, yep. See, I was doing a little bit of sampling there on the back of that. And I thought, oh, hopefully they will love this. I hope. Get a little bit more right there. We do want it to hold down. Okay. And I'm actually using Gina K black cardstock. I'm using Gina K because I ran out of basic black from Stampin' Up. And to be very honest, I don't want to mass produce with basic black. I get little black fuzzies everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Now, I had a card base here. And I may have lost it. I don't have a real big area, so... Is this it? No. Alright, hang on a second. Make sure this is at 4 1/4. I'm going to do a 4 1/4 by 11. And score it at 5 1/2. Oh my goodness, I can smell that bread, guys. I can smell it. It should be about ready. Alright, so here is my 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. Just going to lay that right on there. And I pre-did my sentiment, so, you know, trying not to take too long with you. This thing right here is a little on the cloggy side. Okay, I'll have to finagle with that later. Okay, here we go. So the last loaf I baked, and I'm not sure what I did wrong. I think I know. And hopefully I compensated for it this time. But it sunk. Like it sunk in the middle. And it was like, dang it. It was still good bread. It still made good sandwiches. It just looked funny. So for the sentiment, I am bringing in Irresistible Blooms, and I'm using the Thank You. And this is what I did. Let me show you. I stamped it in VersaFine pigment ink for fine details. Because it's a pigment ink, it doesn't dry right away. And of course, I pre-treated with my anti-static Rabbit Hole Designs powder tool. Then stamped it in the VersaFine, and then heat set it with clear embossing powder. Now, you may wonder where that die cut comes from. Well, it's not a punch. It's not even a traditional sentiment die cut. Irresistible Blooms, the biggest bloom, the outline for that flower. Check it out. Why does that not work? Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness. And if I hold it up here, I don't know, if I hold it and tilt it just right, it's got that shimmery, raised goodness of the heat embossing. And yes, let's do dimensionals. Let's absolutely do. And I thought about doing ribbons and, oh wait a minute, these are my little ones. I thought about doing a ribbon and all that, and I absolutely later will probably go back and do just that. But for right now, we're going to get this on here. Oh, guys, I can't believe what a difference that bread has made. Milling my own grain. I mean, I measure out how much I want to mill. I have a Wonder Mill. You turn it on, pour the grain in. It grinds it very quickly. There's 3 settings on it. You can do coarse, you can do pastry, you can do bread. And it takes it into the hopper. I don't have flour going everywhere in the air. It's a breeze to clean up. And boom, you got your flour. It just takes seconds. Seconds. And I'm hoping as time goes, is that straight before I push that all the way down? I think it is. I think it is. Now, do we want some bling on here? Honestly, maybe. Let's see what we have. Ta-da-da. I know on a previous video, I did show my container that I have all of my bling in. But that's okay. We're just not going to bother with it because I can't just put my hands right on it. But isn't that cute? Isn't that sweet? What do you guys think? And I promised you, and I would show you how this comes. So obviously for retail purposes, there's a hanger. You can take it off if you don't want it on there. But there's 2 clasps right here that are very snug. It opens up and you have these gates that just pop right up and they hold all of your stuff in there. There is a white and there is a black. Let's see here. The colors, names, Volcanic Lake, Emerald Cave, Pacific Blue, Sea Glass, Navy, Ultraviolet, Lavender Fields, Puffy Heart, Rose Dust, Coral Pink, Pink Pearl, Cloudy Sky, Sweet Green. Of course, you saw me use the Minty Mint, Pine Green. We have Crimson. We have Blush. We have Toasted Mauve, Jet Black, Fresh Lemon, Caramel Toffee, and you saw me use that, and then back to the Wisteria and the Deep Iris that we just used. So how cool is that? And I noticed, you know, if you've got a couple of them out of here and you want to put your case up, it still holds them. They don't go anywhere. Isn't that awesome? I love these. All right, guys, y'all be blessed. Have a very blessed weekend. And hopefully I will be back next week and we'll see what other mess we can get into. Y'all be safe. Know you're loved. God is good all the time. Bye.